while this is beginning, I want you to know that this is an hour plus worth of footage condensed into 8 minutes and 12 seconds. So this better be the best 8 minutes and 12 seconds of your life. God bless, enjoy the video. Hello Willows and Wax, it is Talon, and this week on We the Willowwacks, it is Draw My Life. So I was established in September 26th of 1996 in the Chicken Nugget State, as I call it, Indiana, in a little town called Frankfort, which is about 45 minutes away from Indy if you don't know where it is. It's between Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, and Kentucky. When I was a little kid, my grandma and grandpa used to take us to Dollywood, and if you don't know what Dollywood is, it's basically a theme park that was created by Dolly Parton, and she's known for very big things, if you know what I mean, not just her theme park. So we would go to Dollywood, and Dollywood would put on these amazing shows in these magnificent theaters. At least they seemed a lot bigger when I was little. And I remember they had these amazing sets. One of them was like this cabin, and it opened up on the stage, and I was just amazed, and that was all I could think about. It made me happy. It was awesome. And when I was 10, I auditioned at a local youth theater for a show, and I met Julie. Julie was the director of the youth theater, and she soon became one of my biggest fans. She loved me, and I loved her. She was so cool, and she cast me as Rooster in the musical Annie. And this is where I met one of my best friends, Jordan. Soon to find out we were related, but she goes by J-Dog, or as I call her, J-Flara. I love you, J. Flower. Anyways, in this theater, I was in stuff like Annie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Alice in Wonderland, Charlotte's Web, Beauty and the Beast, Sideways Stories from Wayside School, Guys and Dolls, what is that? The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, Mulan, Wizard of Oz, Oliver Twist. I was in a lot of stuff. So from ages about 11 to 15, I went through really dark time in my life. I can't really explain it. It wasn't like I was sad all the time. It just was a dark time. I was finding myself as a person. Three things were there for me. My parents, obviously, movies and TV I used to watch to get away, and then theater was there for me. Obviously, parents can't do everything for you, even though they try, but theater really was the thing that kept me intact as a person, and it made me happy. In the summer of 2009, I met someone that I didn't know would have such a big impact in my life, and we soon became best friends. Her name was Andrea. I don't know why I didn't write that down. In 2011, I met another one of the greatest people in my life. She had these big bangs. I remember, I think that was her, but I met Elizabeth Pritchett, and I didn't write her name down for some odd reason, but I'm getting behind. Anyways, I got my first job at McDonald's, and then in 2013, between school and work, I got bored, and I started to watch YouTube. And I was not technically allowed, but I got on my old Android, and I started watching people like Jer Wu, Carl KR, and Troye Sivan. I fell in love with YouTube. It was one of the biggest things. So I decided I wanted to do it, and I became a fashion vlogger called Talon Cooper was the channel name. My parents did not allow that. They didn't want my real name floating out on the internet. So I thought my friend's name was Tanner or something, and I just came up with his name Tannen, and that's how that happened. And so Cooper definitely was not allowed, so I had to come up with a different last name. Reed was not allowed, because that was my middle name, so how about Reed, R-E-I-D. Tannen Reed is one of the biggest names I will never live down. So that channel got boring. I needed to spice it up, so I had that, so I decided, how about life with Tannen? No, everyone has life with whoever. Tannen, I really thought about it. Tannen what? Tannen Talks. Okay, so Tannen Talks a lot. And eventually, I had to get rid of the Tannen Reed channel because it got to be too much. So I had Tannen Talks a lot in my senior year and my junior year actually, but I decided to combine them. So between Tannen Talks a lot, all my schoolwork, 2 years worth, work, and then Oliver Twist, which is the show I was in at one time, I was like the stressed out emoji, like the one with the little tear, that one, yeah, hashtag stress. It was crazy, and I was on a time crunch. Tannen Talks a lot hit the bottom, but eventually I graduated the class of 2014 an entire year early, which was super amazing for me because it took a lot of work. So that little theater I was a part of, they did The Little Mermaid, which was one of my favorites, and before I knew it, I was assistant directing for a little theater that I started at, and it was so amazing. It was like a surreal moment. So I figured that summer, since I had done all that schoolwork, I deserved a break. So I was in Indiana, and there was Florida, and I was in Indiana, and my cousins were in Florida. My aunt and uncle, there's 6 kids, and the ocean was in Florida too, but that's not actually why I went to Florida. I needed to get away, so I bought myself a ticket to Florida, and I flew, and that's an airplane, I guess. I flew to Florida for the summer, and I stayed for 1 month. If you don't know Spanish, that's just not a funny joke. Anyways, I stayed for 1 month, and yeah, it was great. The ocean was obviously amazing because it's the ocean, and I got to meet with my family. But as all things must come to an end, I had to go back home to my family. And I don't think I told you, I have a mom and dad, like most people do, and I have a little brother and a little sister. And of course, I'm the runt of the litter. So I made a lot of YouTube videos when I was in Florida, and Talent Talks a Lot got bigger and bigger and bigger. Not huge bigger, but it did get a lot bigger, and I do have a lot of great people that have subscribed to me so far. So I got back from Florida, and Tannen Talks a Lot was staring me in the face. I didn't like being Tannen. It was just like I wasn't being Talon. Like, Tannen was a character. I got tired of him. So I changed the channel to Talent Talks a Lot, and it was amazing, like, because I could be myself. Then I was faced with a big decision. I could go to other colleges outside of the state. I actually have a full business degree, or a scholarship to the college of my choice, but that's not really what I want to do. But then Ivy Tech came to the little town that I live in, and even though that's not what I wanted to do, I decided that I'd stay home. And for August and through March, November, December, January, February, March, and April, I actually directed a Easter show for my church. It was actually the first professional looking one they've ever done, and it turned out really great. The cast and crew was amazing. That was a lot of work, but the people were amazing, and I had such a great time doing that. Let me backtrack a little bit to January 2015. I auditioned for a collab channel, which you guys used to know as Press Play Every Day. Press Play Every Day died eventually because it didn't work out, but We the Willowwacks is here, and that's what you're watching right now, actually. But We the Willowwacks was an amazing thing, and I met Emily. Actually, I met Emily before, forever ago. I met Stefan. Him and I bond over theater all the time, and I'm trying to get Abby's head right in this. There we go, got it. Anyways, Abby's amazing, love her. And then Max, of course, our amazing secretary who keeps us all in line. I love you guys so much. You're not just friends, you're my family. Definitely my family. So, as of last week, my first year of college is done, and now here I am in the little chicken nugget state, right there. What do I do? So there's this professional theater that's outside of Frankfurt. It's called, there we go, Red Barn Summer Theater, and it's, like I said, it's completely professional, and I've been accepted to the summer company. I get paid to do what I love, and that is one of the biggest things in my life that I'm so excited for. Yes, it is only for the summer, but it will benefit me and on my resume for later. So, oh my gosh, it looks like a chicken. There we go. It even looks more like a chicken nugget. Anyways, I'm here in Frankfurt, Indiana, and even I have the world at my fingertips. What do I do? So, just like that kid that auditioned for Annie, I was very scared. What do I do? I'm not sure, but it's definitely going to involve theater or theatrics or the entertainment industry of some sort, because that's what I love. So guys, with that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. The link's down there. Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Vine, Instagram, all that stuff's down there in the description bar. Peace out. Bye guys and dolls. A little heart. Now go.